despite the fact that Adam Schifferbrains hates, loathes, and despises this president, despite the fact that he is a narcissistic egomaniac who was a nerd all through school and all through life, and finally he's got what he loves, the spotlight and attention, and now all of a sudden he's the popular kid that's allowed to sit with the cool kids in the Capitol Hill lunchroom. The real reason he is pushing this impeachment and that he is all in, even over the top, when his accusations and his lies are so easily exposed. Let's not forget, he's financially connected to Ukraine and Burisma. Okay, I know for some of you this is old and you get it and you've known it. For some of you this is going to be, I don't know if I believe that or not. Well, you know what? Just go ahead and do your own search on this. And for some of you it's going to be a wow, come to Jesus moment. Adam Schifferbrains is so compromised in this, and he really needs to be a witness, not a prosecutor. He needs to be under the light and being grilled. So when Witness Protection Romney, I love what Dan Bongino calls him, Mittens Romney. Yeah, that little just plastic Ken doll with the fake hair and the fake smile and the fake heart and the fake religion and the fake phony and fraud, everything about Mitt Romney, who at the end of the day is nothing more than one of the guys that really does just give a really bad vomit taste in everyone's mouth over capitalism, because he is without a doubt nothing more than a crony capitalist who is a bloodletter. He is a leech and a bloodsucker. Mitt Romney made his millions in taking over companies that were in financial trouble and not fixing them. No, nay, no. He's a corporate raider. He's the guy in, what was that movie with Julia Roberts and Richard Gere? Pretty Woman. You know, come in, take over a company, bleed it dry, sell off all their assets, keep it for yourself, and screw the employees and send them to the unemployment line. And remember how Mitt, during his campaign, liked to tout that, I didn't do that with every company I took over. Why, look at Sports Authority. Yeah, where is that now? Oh yeah, bankrupt. Gone. Bye. And how many companies did he do that to? While he was strapping his dog to the roof of his car and driving him around because the dog loved it. At the same time he was keeping women in binders. This is Mitt Romney, who hates this president. And I know some of you think, well, you know what? We'll just make sure he doesn't get reelected. I got a news flash for you. He doesn't care. Are you paying attention, Utah? You know, I'm sorry, and I don't like to insult states here in the great United States, but Utah, you got some real problems over there. Yes, Mormon clans, I'm looking in your direction. You know, your little clandestine groups with your, 5, 8, 10, 12 wives. Mitt can try to deny the history of his church all he wants to. He could try to rewrite the history of his church, but at the end of the day, that cultic mentality within Mormonism, he's one of yours. And Mitt could care less about representing the people of Utah or ever getting himself reelected. That's not what this is about. This is much deeper, much more personal with Mitt Romney. He hates Donald Trump because Donald Trump is the real deal. Donald Trump, for all of his crudity, all of his non-political polish that Mitt Romney has in spades, Donald Trump got elected. Mitt couldn't. And Trump has pointed it out more than once what a failure Romney is. He got himself into the Senate to do nothing more than for this moment. You have to understand, Mitt Romney has a hard time walking out right now in front of the press, not because he doesn't enjoy the spotlight. He's just worried they're going to lower the cameras down to a region just below his waistline and see the bulge and the stain, because this is what he is living for. He starts ejaculating as he walks to the Senate every day for this impeachment trial. This is what he has wanted. This is what he has longed for. The opportunity to take down the man he hates. It's this personal with Mitt. So he doesn't care if he gets reelected. In his mind, he's like Esther in the Bible. He's there for a time such as this, to take out this president. This is a loathsome, vile individual. That said, he's in great company with Adam Schiff for brains. Because Adam Schiff, I'm sure every day wakes up and wonders, oh my God, how did a nerd like me get elected and all this power? Adam Schiff has received multiple tens of thousands of dollars in campaign donations to his own campaign from entities tied directly, are you ready? Wait for it, Burisma. According to records, BlackRock and Templeton Investments have given numerous times to the Schiff campaign. Now, what's so significant about that? Well, BlackRock and Templeton are heavily invested in Burisma, the corrupt company, which now the president of that company is sitting in a jail cell, is under indictment, and Hunter Biden was being paid $83,000 a month to sit on the board so that they could have access through the vice president to then President Barack Obama. Wow, the mixing of a foreign entity in the American government. Do you understand why Adam Schiff is now so committed to making sure that Hunter Biden and all of the Burisma connection and this Ukraine corruption never sees the light of day? He's protecting Obama, and he's protecting himself. Not to mention, the reason we've never met the whistleblower is because he's directly connected to Schiff. And for my money, Schiff is the whistleblower. Schiff made it all up, found some stooge that he would be able to point to and say, this is the whistleblower. But once it came out that Schiff had actually directly talked to him, which is a no-no, well, then all of a sudden, for the whistleblower's own safety, we couldn't meet him. So, if Mittens Romney votes to allow John Bolton to be called, then the whistleblower needs to be called, Adam Schiff needs to be called, Hunter Biden needs to be called, Joe Biden needs to be called. You hearing me, Republicans? Grow a pair. Man up, put your man pants on, grow a spine. Either acquit this president now, or if you're going to allow Bolton to be called, you let the president's legal team call anybody and everybody they want to call and eat their lunch. Let's expose the corruption of the deep state once and for all. Now, of course, to Adam Schiff, this is a win-win for him. See, he knows that even Republicans like Mitch McConnell don't really want all of the deep state exposed, because this would involve a lot of Republicans who are in on this little coup, too. So he's counting on Mitch McConnell and the Republicans squashing this thing so that he can still make political points by saying throughout the rest of the campaign, we had the evidence, we could have nailed this president, and the Republicans voted across party lines to acquit. But make no mistake, he really doesn't want this to see the light of day because of his own connections to all of it.
I want to get right now to a developing story. Just when you thought the deep state couldn't get any deeper, what do you know? We get reports tonight linking members of Adam Schiff's team to that sketchy energy company out of Ukraine, Burisma, the one that paid all that money to Hunter Biden. According to reports in the Washington Examiner as well as Breitbart, 2 of Adam Schiff's team members worked at something called the Atlantic Council, which was a think tank, which Breitbart says is funded by this Ukrainian company, Burisma. Okay, so think about that. A couple of Schiff team members worked at a think tank that allegedly, reportedly, was funded by Burisma. And it gets worse, because there are also reports now that the alleged whistleblower worked with one of Schiff's team members at the National Security Council. And what do you know? As soon as Schiff's team member went over to Capitol Hill, you know, when he left the NSC, suddenly that report from the whistleblower got filed. This does not look very good.
And there you have it. Hey, thanks for watching this rant. Give us a big thumbs up. Spread this one. Make sure people know all about what a nasty little rotten individual Adam Schifferbrains truly is. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in our next rant.